Hello folks, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to see the resource allocation for the deployments and pods. So there are two ways, so we will see one by one. So one is based on the node and one is based on the application. So we will allocate first like how much node having the resources. Based on that we will allocate the request limit for the deployment. That means a pod we will deploy in the particular node based on the label. So we want to know the node resources, everything. Based on that we will deploy. That we will allocate for the particular deployment. Or we will know randomly 5 or 6 nodes are there. We will inspect the node details and we can get the resource details at all. Get OC describe node CRC, right? So we will describe this and what we fetch. So we will check how much resource it's having. See, this node already used 64%. It having a 4 core and it already used, see, it's having a 4 core and it's available. It's already 64%. It's used and 1 or 1.5 core something will be available. So in this memory having a 14 GB, that means 14 like 13 around, and it have already used 84%, and it will nearly will available 3 or 4 GB something, right? If we deploy something, it should be within these conditions, within 2 GB or 3 GB. Within 3 GB the pod should request for the memory, and 1 core only it should request. That means if we go for 250, um, like for example we have one, see, we're gonna deploy this, we'll deploy 5, right? 5 replica, so it will request 1 GB, right? Our node having only 2 GB or 3 GB, right? Around 3 GB will keep it. So it will request for 1 GB, means each pod will request for 1 GB. That means it will deploy 3 or 2 pods only. Alright. So we will check that, and later on we will reduce the GB, right? So what it will happen, so once we deploy this, if resources are insufficient, then it will throw the error like insufficient, uh, or crash loop backoff or error, whatever there, it will throw the error with the. All right, so we'll test with that, test with this deployment. All right, go for deployments, create deployment, select all, so we'll paste them. So this deployment will have 5 replicas, 5 pods will be created, nginx-demo, and 1 GB request, port number 80. All right, create it, and scaling to 5 are pending. Why? See, 1 is running, remaining everything is pending because 1 of 1 are available, 0 of 1, yeah. So in one node nothing are available, insufficient memory. All right, we can see, right? So what we can do, so it's trying to create one more as running. 2 pods are created, each will have 1 GB of memory. OC ADM top pod, see 4, right? 4 milli, and this is 12 MB. So it's 1 of 1 pod. So it's second one got created. Watch. So remaining are pending. So we'll check the logs. What is the reason of pending state? events because of insufficient memory. Alright, in logs. So nothing are there. So events only. Okay, right? So it's right now it's not running because we have given 1 GB, right? It couldn't able to allocate. So now what we are gonna do? We will change the memory request. Instead of 1, we will give 250 MB, right? So we'll modify with the imperative command. Hit enter. Now we can see it will delete the paths and it will recreate. So pending 2 are there, 2 are already running. The deployment 7 of 5. So this is not scaling, so we will delete manually. Alright, those will recreate with the latest update from the deployment. Right, those are not deleting. Delete the pod. So we'll delete the running pod as well, because those already consumed 1 GB of memory. So we'll delete them. See, those are started to create and one is running. So 5 replicas should be there and 5. So 250, that means 1, 2. So it's required 2.5 GB, right? Right. So now it got created. So 5 pods are running, each having a memory of go for YAML 250 MB, right? Alright. So now we'll check the capacity of this node. OC describe. So 93%. Alright, near to full. So more than this if we create, it will throw the errors. Alright. Okay. We'll delete them and we'll go with the request and limitations. Right. So now there is no control of limitations. Alright. The pod keep on requesting to the node, and if node having resource or not, the pod does not know, the deployment does not know, and it will request and it will start to create the pods, and the pods will be in the pending because insufficient of resources, right? So now it will drain all the resources from the cluster. So now we gonna limit the application to consume the resource from the cluster. So how we will do? There is a method request. So now on simple there will be a request. So now there will be a limit. So we will give the limit. See, resource request, it will give 20 MB and the limit will be 35 MB, right? So maximum it can go to 35 MB, and it's starting from 20 MB, 25 if the application is going with more data and its processes are more. In the case, it will go with 25 and 26, 30, and it will stop to 35. If more than this it's required, and what it will do, the Linux kernel will point out the process so which consumes more, and it will kill the process inside the container. So at that time what it will throw the error, out of memory killed, right? So out of memory killed, it's when it will happen, the pod or deployment requests for more resource, the out of memory um, reason will prompt in the describe, like we will describe the pods or the deployment. We can see there why it's restarted the pod. There we can see the reason it's killed the container due to the WOM um, reason, right? So we can see that practically I will show that. So this will create a pod. So there is a Python script. It will keep on increasing the memory request. Alright. So after a certain time, like 30 to 40 seconds, it will go to more than 35 MB. So at the time, the uh, pod will start to restart. So it can't consume more memory, so it will kill itself. That means it will kill the inside process which is consuming more, and it will try to restart. So it will go for crash loop back off, and we will check the errors. So what's the reason, and it will show the in the status it's due to OOMkill, right? So we'll check that. Okay, this is the deployment. See, only one pods, it's running, right? One of one is ready. Events, no issue, everything is fine. So now the script will start to work inside. Watch. So 20 seconds. After 30 to 40 seconds, it will start to reboot the pod. Like, see, 31 seconds, 32 seconds, again it's running. Why it's killed? Because out of memory. Inside the script will trigger to push more memory. So we'll see the pods. Click the pod. See, running. Last status. It got rebooted, like restarted once. So last status terminated at the particular time with exit code 137. OOM killed. Out of memory killed, right? So if we continuously leave this to run, and it will see second time it's restarted, because however it's how many times it's trying to recreate. So there is a limitation, like we kept to 35 MB. It required a more MB to properly function with the script. So it will keep on restarting, right, until it available. So it's restarted twice, and it's gonna restart again. So now we're gonna increase the limit. So either we can go the deployment, there we can increase it in the YAML, or rather we have the command, we can set it to limit 600 MB, right? So we'll increase to 600 MB. Now it will kill and recreate the pod. So it's running now. We'll see the utilization. OC get no ADM top pod. Metrics not available. Why? OC ADM top node. Node it's available. Alright, no issue, we'll check it here. So now it's running properly. Alright, no errors, it's not rebooting anymore. So we'll check in metrics, default namespace, where it is. Not showing the default namespace. Alright, okay, that's fine. Pods, and see, we can see here memory, it's already using 108 MB, right? Not using any CPU. Alright guys, so this is the scenario if you guys are seeing out of memory killed. So this is the reason, because of the limits. Alright, so if you get the issue, and what you want to do, you want to increase the limitations or limit, yeah, technical terms, it's in a limits. Here you want to increase it. Alright, thank you guys, we'll meet on next video. Bye.